Good morning, beautiful people. These are all my thoughts and opinions based on information out in the public domain. Please do your own research, and this is a platform of entertainment and for us to express our opinions. Okay? Let me tell you why Meghan Markle is gonna get an honorary award. And let me show you who also got an honorary award at GQ magazine. Yes, Amber Heard also got an honorary award at GQ magazine when she was on a rampage to promote her image. Okay, don't forget that these are all my thoughts and opinions based on information out in the public domain. And the reason why I stress this is because I've gotten a lot of messages from YouTube about censorship and stuff like that. So please, I repeat that again. And don't forget to like. If you like the videos, like, share, subscribe, and comment, because I read the comments, okay? So now, Meghan Markle has been apparently, and this is a friend of mine who lives in California told me, that she's been quietly shopping around asking what her options are in case of a separation. So I'll explain why this is a little bit complicated for Meghan Markle. ¿Siri? No. Te estaba portando bien, ahora te estás portando mal. First off, it doesn't matter, because many people have said, oh, well, she got married in the UK, so she has to get divorced in the UK. No, that's not true. She can get divorced anywhere she wants. Even people in the United States, they get married. Let's say, let me give you an example that you all can understand. Tom Cruise and this girl got married. Remember where they got married in Italy? And yet she chose New York to get divorced because she liked the laws there. So you can get divorced anywhere, okay? But Meghan Markle chose California. You have to be married 10 years at least in order to get half, I think. From what I understand, please correct me if I'm wrong. But from what I understand, you have to have been married at least 10 years in order to get pretty much half of everything, right? Unless there are extenuating circumstances, unless there are extenuating circumstances, and unless there are some extenuating circumstances. Now, Meghan has a little bit of a problem there, because Harry's money, at least until before he married her, was all tied up in trusts. And the Prince Charles was giving him £2 million a year, £2 million a year, additional to, all the privileges that he got, the allowance for clothing, everything, all the travel. So he got £2 million a year. When he married Meghan Markle, Prince Charles gave him £3 million a year, I believe. So they were getting a salary. They were getting a yearly salary on top of all the perks and privileges. I mean, the clothing allowance, they didn't pay for anything. They got all their living expenses covered, all their food, everything, covered. The only thing that Meghan Markle couldn't do was charge for her what she considered, the walkabouts to serve the people that all the royals do. She could not be compensated for that. She could not make money out of that. She would see those as performances, because you see, she doesn't see herself as serving people. Oh, no, because that would be racist if Meghan Markle served anybody. That would be racist. Everybody else in the world can do it, but if Meghan Markle is forced to serve the people, that would be racist. Just a little bit out of topic. Just watch what happens here.
Paparazzi there, and they were shouting, slag, whore, bitch, look this way.
You see, Catherine used to be called whore, slag, all horrible kinds of names, just so she would turn around and they would give her a picture. And she would give them a picture, and it would be angry or upset, because of course she's being called the most vile, disgusting names. Meghan Markle would consider that rude. But if those same things had been sent to Meghan Markle, everybody would have said, oh, they're racist. Why? Why the double standard? So Two women get called the same things. Meghan Markle never did get called that. But if both of them had gotten called that, one would have been rude. Oh, it's rude. The other one, it's racist. It's the same thing. It's equality. But anyways, so people are asking. So yes, Meghan Markle has been quietly asking. Now, I don't know, because this is the part that I don't know. If Harry, if he was allowed to eliminate the trust so he can get the money out. If he did that, if he broke the trust or the trust funds or anything, I don't know. Now, inherited money cannot be included whenever you get divorced, unless that money had been used to live. For example, if Harry has been using the inheritance money to live and do all the crazy things and purchases and stuff like that, then that money can be had by Meghan Markle, because he set a precedent that he has been using that money for living expenses, to travel, whatever. So in that regards, he would be screwed. In regards to the mansion, basically, she would get it because she has established residence there, and that's where they had been living. So that would be the marital home, and she would get that. And she would get that Harry keeps making all the payments for her mansion. He would have to pay her enough for her to stay there with the kids and pay for the mansion. That's how it works. Because that's the marital home. That's all she's known. That's all the children have known. And whenever a divorce comes, the children cannot be living in less than, they have to keep the same standard of life as before the divorce. Okay, so we have that. Now, in regards to the custody, I don't know what else money Meghan Markle could get, any money that they've made. Unless, of course, there was a prenup, which we know Harry did not sign a prenup because he's a moron, he's an imbecile. So, Meghan Markle did not have that much money, and that's where her finances would come into play. Everybody kept saying she's a millionaire in her own right. She was never a millionaire in her own right. Okay, this woman never owned a home. This woman never even owned a car. Okay, so for people who say, "Oh, she was a millionaire," no. The first thing that people do when they hit the jackpot, in Hollywood, and you're making decent money, is they get real estate. Meghan Markle didn't get any because she didn't have that much money. Anyways, so unless any money they made together, all the monies that they've claimed they've made, they have been exaggerated. People are saying, oh, he got $70 million or $20 million for the book. He got that for one book deal. It doesn't mean that he got paid all of it in advance. I think he gets like, in many cases, they paid in three. They paid it the first, they give it like a 5 or 4 million, depending on how it is, for you to start writing. And then when the book is finished, you get another amount. And then when the book is published, you get another amount. Okay? I doubt that Harry was offered 20 million because actually the publishing house has never confirmed that. The one that said that is Meghan Markle, just like the $100 million Netflix deal. We know that's not the case. Netflix has not given them $100 million, okay? And that's absolute bullshit. They gave him a signing bonus of, I think, $2 million or $3 million. That's a lot of money for anybody, but not the way Harry and Meghan spend money. That mansion alone has a huge upkeep. The bills are huge. And Meghan wants to be secure, wants to have security all along. Why do you think they're fighting and they have a lawsuit in the United Kingdom? Because they don't want to pay for it. They want others to pay for it. Okay? They want the UK people to pay for it, and then they want to use that as an excuse. And then if they get that, then in the United States, the beautiful people of the United States would pay for that. Because they would be IPP and they would be entitled to security paid for by the taxpayers. Okay? So that's what was going on. So security right now that they're paying must run in the $200,000-300,000. And when they go abroad, it doubles because they have to. It's a lot of money. So just keep that in mind when you think of Meghan Markle and Harry when they were in the UK. I mean, the Queen gave 70 years of her life to serving the people. Meghan Markle couldn't even give it 2 years. and only 72 engagements. That's it. That's all Meghan Markle did. Okay? So, see the comparison? So, we have that. We have that. Harry and Meghan haven't made that much money. And I'm pretty sure that Meghan's spending all of it. Because you see, Meghan is not worried about the future. She's not. Because she has 2 children. And she knows that in the case of divorce, she's in California. She basically screwed Harry. Many people also will say, oh, but he has Frogmore Cottage. And the royal website says that he's... No, it doesn't matter. He's already passed the 183 days and he's been residing in the United States. He must have a resident permit by now because he can't stay like that long. People say, and I'll tell you this once again, none of the royals enjoy diplomatic status or visas. They don't. Whenever they go representing their queen, they use their passports. And in the passports, it says their profession. But they do receive VIP treatment, and they are received by the ambassadors of that country. And ambassadors they receive special treatment, but they're not diplomats. They don't enjoy diplomatic immunity. None of them. The only one who enjoys sovereign immunity is Prince Charles. Not even Camilla. Just the sovereign. Okay. So anyways, so Meghan Markle is Prince Harry. They have a Frogmore Cottage, but he has gone and publicly stated that his new domicile now is the United States of America, because domicile and place of residence are 2 completely different things. He's residing in the United States, but he's domiciled in the United Kingdom, until he went on that interview and he said that his new home now is the United States. That's where his place, that's where he sees himself, that's his new home. And then the way you can lose domicile is by either living in a place long enough and changing it, or publicly making statements to say, and you know, that now I am domicile, I live now, my place of residence here. That's another way to lose a domicile. And the domicile plays no bearings in the times of divorce, because it would be the place of residence, and the place of residence is California. So Meghan Markle doesn't have to worry, because we don't know that, but she claims to have 2 children that are very small, so she has at least 18 years on each. And then, of course, she's going to milk Harry for every alimony, because, of course, she has to live according to the standards that she's gotten used to now, you know. So, and she thinks of herself as a princess. So she's not worried about her future. She knows she's going to be financially taken care of. Harry has to work like a horse, like a mule, just to keep her living standards, to be able to keep up with her living standards, which when she divorces him, he will have to maintain, because she cannot go down on living standards now that she's used to living that way. That's it for Harry. Now, in regards to custody and place of residence, again, are 2 different things. The children are living in California, have been living in California. Harry is a resident of California, so it goes by California laws. Most likely, they will get 50% custody, unless Meghan Markle goes vicious and claims abuse by Harry, which I can see her doing it. As I said before, if Harry's stupid because he thinks that she's not going to treat him that way. Look at her history. If she did that to her own family, do you think she's not going to do it to a ginger wanker? So, most likely, they will get, in an ideal scenario, 50-50 custody. That doesn't mean that Harry gets to take the children back to the UK with him for that 50% of custody. No, because the children have to reside somewhere for stability. So this is where things will get tricky, because why would Harry stay in the United States? He would want to go back to the UK, so he would have to fight, not for custody, but unless, of course, Meghan Markle alleges abuse, racism, whatever. You can bet your bottom butt that she is recording everything he says, and she's going to turn it to her advantage. But let's say they both get 50-50 custody. If they get custody, then the place of residence has to be established. Meghan Markle has an excellent case to say that the kids are living in the United States, that, one of them was even born there. That's all they know. They've been going to little school. She's enrolled them in school. Harry's case is weak because he has publicly stated he dislikes the United Kingdom. He doesn't want to live there. He publicly stated that the United States is his home. That's where he feels welcome. So he wouldn't be able to take the children to live with him anywhere else other than the states in California. He would have to go through the courts, and it's very unlikely that he would get residence. Most likely he will get custody unless Meghan Markle alleges a horrible abuse, which I can see happening. But I mean, what do you guys think? What do you people think? Do you think that she will allege the horrible things when she decides to divorce Harry? Do you think that Harry has enough money to support her current lifestyle or the children's lifestyle? Do you think he'll have enough money to support her for that thing? How soon do you think they'll get divorced? Give me your thoughts.